What's up, nerds? Welcome to this edition of the Nerdy News. Today in the nerd sphere, we have a lot of things to talk about. Let's start off with some discussion of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Just wrapped up. Great stuff. What a show. Kind of a big nugget just kind of got released out into the world. What did we learn, Gerald?
That's a lot of stuff has been leaking out slowly about things that the creative team wanted to go to, but supposedly they originally had planned for Spidey to be put into the movie, but Kevin Feige felt that it wasn't organic enough. That basically he, the idea was put out that when people first come into the idea of being, creating a franchise, they want to put everybody in, and they're saying unless it's organic, we can't just cram everybody into a movie just to make all these cameo spots.
Right. It would have been weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably still would have been like, ooh, but it would have been weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It makes sense to have like Rupert, James Rhodes in the beginning 2 episodes or the first episode, because obviously he's military and it was military based. But
right. And he had a lot of direct contact with Sam and Bucky, being, that kind of connection. Spidey's kind of a newer member of the squad, so probably not the same level of connection.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a Rocket Raccoon cameo. I want to see a Bucky and Rocket Raccoon, even if it's like a one shot, like 90-minute movie, just the two of them. I don't know. It's just me.
Maybe you'll get it, the Winter Soldier and a rabbit.
Yeah, Trash Panda and the Winter Soldier. We also, during Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we met Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, Contessa Val. Her name's Val.
Yeah.
Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine. And she apparently was supposed to be a big reveal, but why we were supposed to already know her. Why are we already supposed to know her, Jerry?
Supposedly she's in Black Widow, or at least she was in Black Widow, and that was the way that she was supposed to be introduced, and they wanted it to basically be, where every time you see her, she's recruiting somebody. So somebody's obviously getting recruited in Black Widow for a future franchise. And so she's going around. Basically, like I've said, I think that she's going to be the Samuel L. Jackson for the other side.
Yep. You see Julia Louis-Dreyfus on the screen. Huh?
Ebony and Ivory.
That's right. Cyclops and Biclops. Eyes. Anyway, I know that's a stretch. So, yeah, I think it would have been more impactful if we would have gotten to see that first.
Yeah.
But whatever. I think that if she is still in Black Widow, she's going to be recruiting Yelena.
Sure.
As for whatever this team is she's creating. The reason why she would most likely be in Black Widow is because she has a connection as Leviathan, Soviet intelligence. So we'll see if they left her in there. I hope they do. I think it's important for them to kind of beef her up in that role if that's what they plan for. For her side of things, she has come out and said that she is super stoked to be in the MCU and she wants to be in it as much as possible. I mean, with those paychecks, I probably would be too.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to be in there for as much as possible?
Right. I mean, get paid.
Nobody wants to be Aaron Taylor.
Yikes. That was a little snug.
You see that coming?
Yeah, no. That was good. That was good, Jerry. Another thing from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Fallout, is we got this epic ending with Sam taking on the mantle of Captain America. It's official on all of the Marvel media. We see pictures of Sam in the new suit, and it says Captain America. He is Captain America now, as far as the MCU is concerned. And there's been some discussion about what's going to happen with Bucky. They don't necessarily want to keep calling him the Winter Soldier because it harkens back to his time as kind of a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And so there's been some sort of discussion about what they're going to do. That if they're just going to call him Sergeant Barnes, if they're going to call him Bucky or whatever. The one that's interesting, and I think you mentioned this to me first, and then I've seen it posted a couple places, is maybe him taking on the role of Nomad. And I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I have read a few different sources that were saying that, the Winter Soldier is no more. So, I mean, it makes sense to go ahead and, upgrade him.
Right. The other option that's been batted around a lot, especially with his interactions with Dora Milaje, is him taking on the mantle White Wolf.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
So
I also think that people need to, give it a solid minute of Sam getting to hold on to the shield before we start having conversations about it being given to Buck.
you know what I think would be rad? Let's give Bucky the wings and wear a black suit, and he can be Black Falcon.
Falcon, Nighthawk.
Hey, we already have one of those. Have two. Why not? Lots of stuff to talk about with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Of course, this is not the time or place, but they left so many open ends that we're definitely going to be dealing with those for a while.
Yeah, sure.
In other Marvel news, Lupita Nyong'o had an interview recently where she confirmed that Black Panther 2 has been completely reshaped by Ryan Coogler, specifically to respect and honor the legacy and the absence of Chadwick Boseman. Do you think he had really like solid plans with Chad Boseman already?
Oh, I'm positive he did.
So he probably had to do a lot of rewriting.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah.
But
whether or not that means that we have to have a whole different story written, I don't know. I mean, you can always try to adapt it to a new character, but I'm sure that when you have a dynamic actor like you had with Chadwick, it's going to be hard to try to put somebody else in there and think they can carry it the same way. But they had such good actors in the whole series alone that, I mean, I can see it going multiple different ways.
Right. One of the very first videos we posted on this channel was all about rumors about Black Panther 2 featuring Namor. And it was a popular video, got lots of views on it. And I just posted a video a couple days ago talking about this idea of Dr. Doom being introduced also in Black Panther 2 and Namor. And I still think that's the best way to go. I think if you're missing this big central star, that's how they should do it. They should kind of use Wakanda and use the characters from Wakanda, but have them be part of this like overall like giant kind of story.
Yeah. I also think that, people have to realize that a lot, this is not the first time in the history of movies that an actor has died in the middle of making a movie. Right. And so I understand respecting the idea of not recasting him, and I completely support that idea. But I think there's a lot of story that you didn't see up until that point that they can go back and be able to still tell the same story on that same person's version of Black Panther, right, without, erasing any of his history that he has with the character. The man was 30 something years old by the time he became king. What did he do to be able to learn all this, martial arts and everything else before his father was killed? Right. So, I mean, I think that they have plenty of opportunity to keep T'Challa's story going. I think that it would be great too if they even did a series off of T'Chaka. So
sure. Yeah, because they could very easily go young T'Chaka and nobody would throw a fit about it.
They already have T'Chaka already cast. I mean, right, they had him in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the movie. So, I mean, right, just go ahead and show him. I mean, you don't even have to recast Angela Bassett. No. She still looks 30. So, I mean, go ahead and do a whole series where you see the coming up. People really wanted to see that that's how Storm is introduced into the MCU. Well, what's better than actually using the history that the comic books have given you to introduce Storm and in the actual comic book accurate way where she and him are kidnapped together. I mean, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But well, between that and the Wakanda series that we know we're getting on Disney Plus, I'm sure it's going to be all fleshed out and it's going to be amazing. Moving on to other parts of the Disney Plus MCU component. Here is a picture of Jeremy Renner in comic accurate Hawkeye gear. Dude's been around in the MCU since pretty much the beginning, and now we finally get to see him in kind of comic accurate stuff. He's seen here with Alakwa Cox's Echo. It's a mouthful. Hawkeye debuts late this year on Disney Plus.
I kind of like the idea that they're starting to go in the direction of making comic book accurate costumes.
Right.
They've always done a good job of keeping on the lines of what was in the comic books compared to Fox, who just put everybody in black leather. But this is like, you got the Falcon's Captain America costume is pretty much, you can take any steel out of a comic book and put it on that screen. That's what it looked like. So the idea that you also have Jeremy Renner, who's wearing a costume that's pretty much right out of the newer comic books, I think is a smart idea.
That is absolutely true. So one last little nugget coming from the world of Disney Plus. Switching gears though, instead of Marvel, Star Wars. Behind me, you see The Bad Batch. The Bad Batch, of course, is an animated series featuring Clone Force 99, aka The Bad Batch, Echo, Hunter, Tech, Crosshair, and Wrecker. And they are going to be trying to decide whether they're going to stay with the Empire or they're going to continue fighting it. Smart money's on them fighting it. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. They were last seen in the final arc of the Clone Wars final season on Disney Plus, and it was great. As soon as I saw them, I was like, we need to see these guys in their own show. I got my wish. Debuts May 4th on Disney Plus. I can't wait. I'm going to get this guy across from me here watching some animated Star Wars stuff. Bet.
Yeah, I'm going to watch MODOK. Great.
Well, yeah, MODOK is going to be. Yes, by the way, if you haven't, check out on our channel, youtube.com/themnerds on YouTube. There are some great character profiles, some trailer reveals. Jerry just posted a really cool look at the new trailer for MODOK, which gets to see MODOK riding on the back of Fin Fang Foom, who I just posted a video about a couple days ago. That show looks ridiculous, and I can't wait. It looks so stupid, but like in a good way.
Yeah, I think compared to the first time I saw it, I think I'm going to be impressed. We'll see.
Yeah, the humor that you see with like John Hamm as Iron Man and Nathan Fillion as Wonder Man, like it's gonna be good stuff. It's gonna be silly and it's not gonna be any kind of MCU continuity whatsoever, but it's gonna be fantastic. All right, going from something that looks silly but is gonna be fantastic to something that looks like it should be fantastic but is probably gonna be pretty silly. The Whedon cut of Justice League, the theatrical release, has gotten, for some godforsaken reason, a 4K trailer. Why are they still worrying about this movie?
I guess because everything else they put out in the last few months has been crap.
I mean, the Snyder cut had so much buzz and positive, response. People were like, "Oh, this is so much better than the Whedon cut," and they're like, "You know what? We're going to double down on the Whedon cut. Here you go."
Yeah.
I don't get it. You guys will have to look into that one for us because we're not watching that again.
No,
not a chance.
Unless I'm like been up for a few days and I need to sleep.
In case your insomnia strikes and you really need to be put out. For me, that's Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, mine's been anything that's come out on HBO though.
Yes. So moving on to some other DC stuff. Let's talk about DC on TV. Jerry just informed me that Stargirl season 2 will be returning in August. You guys watch Stargirl, Jerry?
I don't.
Really? No. I watched the first season. I thought it was all right.
I mean, something maybe one day I'll get to.
It's cutesy.
He's like CW.
She's like carrying her magical staff, and she's like, "I'm gonna fight you, bad guys."
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much the whole series, honestly.
I mean, is there a speedster?
Not that I've seen so far.
Oh, then I mean, what do I have to watch that for?
There could, I mean,
I only like people who fight people who like calisthenics.
Also, Jerry just informed me. What did you tell me about Supergirl?
Supergirl is going to be returning in the fall for its final 6 episodes.
Wrapping it up. Supergirl's done. Which leads us to one last little piece of CWDC news, and that is the trailer for the next super ridiculous season of Legends of Tomorrow just released. Looks so good. There's going to be
really good
space aliens, and it's awesome. Just looks so good. They're going to be adding at least one new semi-regular cast member. Not really sure about the details on that, but this is the thing with Legends of Tomorrow. They're constantly getting rid of people and bringing people back. Speaking of getting rid of people, Heatwave not going to be around anymore. The actor who plays Heatwave posted on Twitter very angrily that he was not going to be back. Very unhappy.
Yeah.
Yikes. Speaking of people leaving and going back and forth here on these shows, I hope that as Supergirl closes and as Black Lightning goes away and all of these things, I hope that Legends of Tomorrow can pick up a few of these characters. I would love to see Brainiac or Dreamer from Supergirl do some stuff on Legends. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Upcycle.
That's right. Jerry has some news about the HBO Max series, Green Lantern.
American Horror Stories Finn Wittrock has been cast as the lead to HBO's Green Lantern as Guy Gardner.
This is a great casting. I'm super excited about this show. They said that the show is not going to focus on Jon Stewart or Hal Jordan's versions of the Green Lantern, and Guy Gardner is the next logical choice. And I think he is a great casting. I'm excited about that show. If it's on par with Doom Patrol and Titans, I'm going to be super stoked about it.
Yeah,
we shall see. And one last little nugget for me. One of my very favorite things to appear on TV lately has been the animated series on Amazon Prime, Invincible, brought to you by Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead. The show is bloody, but it's really good. And
actually really good.
It's super good. And it's been renewed, not for one season, but for 2 seasons. So we are for sure going to get 3 full seasons of this show. The new episode just dropped, and I watched it last night, and it's good. It's bloody. My goodness. Anyway, that's all from us on the Nerdy News today. Don't forget to check out our channel at youtube.com/themnerds on YouTube. Check us out on social media at WeThemNerds on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Click that subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Be good. Be good to each other.
Stay nerdy.
Later, nerds.